Hello, friends. Today we are going to see the list of things or the activities which our children need to perform once they reach Canada, and I will try to give you some additional information of the various resources and the locations of some markets and shops which are available in UBC and in Vancouver. So, just to recap one more time, once you reach Canada, then as you are going to exist out of your flight and then reach near the immigration center, they have got immigration kiosks, right? They are small machines just looking just like the ATM machine where you are supposed to fill in your details. As I understand that the checking of all your papers, whether what is your vaccination status, whether you are the one who is approved for entry in Canada, happens before that. So once you cross this kiosk, which gives you out a white slip, then you again meet the immigration officers who actually check every of your document, ask some more questions, and then you come out into the area from where you are supposed to pick up your luggage from the belt. So after you have picked up, in the same area is the location of the office where you're supposed to get your student permit. Now once you reach outside the airport, you can take the transport directly to the UBC. The transport may be in the form of a combined joint big bus which can be arranged, or it may be individual taxis which are available very frequently outside the airport itself, just like any other big airport, right? So you take the cab to your location. That location is going to be directly your residence, whether it is going to be your first year residence or second year residence for the returning students. You straight away go to the reception, and from the reception you can take the keys to your room, and then basically you are also going to get the complete list of instructions which you are supposed to follow. Along with this, you are also going to get the details of the activities which you are supposed to follow. You would also be getting email detailed instructions on the different dates from the UBC as well as your Department of Learning as to what are the activities which you are supposed to perform. As I understand from the details which I have gathered from the UBC websites, that the rooms were cleaned in the month of May, right? And they have not been cleaned again, and they will not be cleaned again if the children are coming later, as in most of the children have reached in September. So it might be a good idea to actually clean the room again yourself. You can use disinfecting swipes or the wipes, the antibacterial wipes which come, which are going to help you actually clean up your room one more time, right? So I will here provide you with the address of the first year residences, right? Because it is the first year students' parents who are most anxious because their children are going out for the first time. So once you are settled into your room, then the second activity for you would be to open a bank account. So I had made a separate video giving an options of the different banks which are available inside the UBC campus and the various services which they are offering. I will link it up in this particular video below in the comment section, in the description section, and you can view the details there. So the second activity after you reach your particular location is actually to open the bank account. Okay, bank account is about a half day activity, so you can go to the next day morning to the bank, right? Nowadays they are also giving online appointments so that you can go and actually talk to them at that particular time. So you can just walk in there and you can see if they are giving you an appointment to come at a later on time or asking you to come to a later on date, right? In both the cases you can do that. And the third activity then being that you take a SIM card. Why that is the third activity is that if you are taking a postpaid card, then they would need your bank account number so that it is linked for your bill payments, etc., right? From the banks you can also take the credit card. This is for the international students. You also do get a credit card, but you can get the credit card only if your child is above the age of 19, right? If the child is below the age of 19, you can open the bank account, and along with that you can apply for the credit card. You are going to get the credit card once you hit the age of 19. So as soon as you turn 19, the child can go back to the bank and they are going to provide the credit card to them. The credit card has got a low limit of about $1,000, but that is good enough for the children. So here, parents, I think I have also mentioned it into my video which I made on the banks in Canada. I'm again reiterating this fact that as a parent, you can also have a joint account with your child. You can have your own debit card, right? This helps you in actually going online onto the bank statements and checking the deposit amount or the money remaining in your child's account, because it is a joint account, right? So these are the things which we have discussed in past. Most of the children would have settled down till now, and that is actually going to be the point from where we start for the next things which we need to have, right? So the next things which I wanted to discuss with you in this particular video are related to the BC ID card, right? So many parents have asked this question to me, that where to go for the BC ID card. Is it very, very essential to actually have the BC ID as soon as you reach there, and things like that, right? So as per my understanding and knowledge, in Vancouver or in Canada, in British Columbia, if you go to the various locations, sometimes if you go to a restaurant, into some event or something like that, you are supposed to present 2 pieces of ID, 2 pieces of photo ID, right? So one piece of photo ID is your BC ID card, okay? So one piece of ID is your UBC card, right? And the second piece of ID basically is going to be your passport, right? Because you don't have any other ID which is acceptable in Canada. So to carry passport at every place for every small event, big event, or going to a restaurant is like not so advisable. Hence, the other piece of ID is your BC ID, right? So for BC ID, basically, what you are supposed to bring there is basically 2 acceptable piece of ID. So for that, you will have your UBC card. You will also have your passport, right? And for your BC ID card, you will have to go to the ICBC driver's license office, right? You'll have to confirm that you are a BC resident, so you'll have to give your residence address. They are going to take a photograph, and then your photo ID BC services card is going to be sent to you over the mail. So where do you go for this particular BC ID card? So BC ID card can be prepared in any of the driving license point in the Vancouver city. So the nearest driving license point for Vancouver for us, for the UBC student, is the Vancouver driving license at McDonald Street, Vancouver, right? So this is the McDonald Street, Vancouver. This is the address of this. If you see on my screen, this is the phone number, right? And it opens at 8:30 a.m. in the morning, right? Because I'm at a different time zone, so hence this is showing as closed at this point of time when I'm recording this video. So this is the nearest one to our children who are in UBC, right? So there is a direct bus, right? So if you go to our bus stop at Exchange Transit Point, then there is a bus which is there, actually the bus number 25, which goes directly to from the UBC Exchange to the McDonald Street. Like if you see this particular chart, like you'd get down here at this terminal on the West King Edward Avenue, and then you have just got to walk across the street and 2 blocks, and there you have the McDonald Street Vancouver driving license Grey Point outlet, right? So here basically you are supposed to just queue up. You are supposed to stand there and wait for your turn. They have, as they just said, they are just going to take a picture for you, and then they are going to take these IDs, photo of those IDs, and that's it, right? It's a small event, and then you are supposed to get the card in your email, right? They also have, sorry, not in your email, in the physical mail. They also have this option that you can come and collect it in person, right? So if it is ready after a week or 2 weeks, you can go and collect it in person. You're going to get a mail that it is ready, you can come and pick it up. Or if it has to come as a physical mail, then in that case it takes about 3 weeks to a month to get the card in the mail, the physical mail to you, right? So these things you have to keep in mind. Due to COVID restrictions, maybe they are not permitting in-person collection and they are sending it only through the physical mail. So these were the details which were available. So parents, like what I said, this is the nearest one for us, which is at McDonald Street, right? And basically there is a direct bus which goes from UBC Exchange to the West King Edward Avenue, right? And here you get down at this particular point, the bus stop, and then just walk across. It's 2 blocks you have to walk across, and there is the center, okay? Now the next point which I wanted to share with you parents is about another market. I have already in my previous video where I have explained the layout of the university, I have also taken you to the Westbrook Village Market, where we had seen was a Save On Foods, and the Save On Food is a big supermarket, right, from where you can collect the things for your daily needs. There is a bus which I explained to you, which is going to go counterclockwise and clockwise, for which the students can just tap their card. It is free of cost for them, and they are just going to, that buses just keep on going in loop, which is going to take you to Save On Foods. Now today I want you to actually look at another market which is nearby the children's area, right? So if you see here, again, this is the main mall, right? And as we discussed last time, the main mall is flanked by West Mall and by East Mall on 2 of the sides. And then you have the lower mall, and then you have on the other side the Westbrook Mall, right? If you go down here, then basically you are going to reach the Westbrook Market, right? So if you see here, this is the Save On Foods, right, which I had explained to you last time. This is the point where RBC Royal Bank is also there, and this is the point where the bus actually drops you. You just walk into Save On Foods, right? So we are actually on the Westbrook Mall, if you see this place here, okay? So this is the layout of our particular university. It is like, a rectangular area. It is like shorter in width and longer in length, right? So here is the students' nest building. As I told you, is the student building. Nest symbolizes that the mascot for UBC is a thunderbird. So student nest is a student building, indicating that students are nesting with the thunderbird. Just next to it, if you see, is the UBC store, right? And here is that big roundabout fountain with water, where you would have seen in multiple photographs University of British Columbia is written. A very beautiful, picturesque place, right? Down this road, this is the University Boulevard, right? Here, I had explained to you, is the Scotia Bank, right? And basically, here, if you are going to see, there is a Shoppers Drug Mart at this corner here. Now, even though the name of this store is Drug Mart, like it's not really a drug mart, right? What I would say is it's a convenience store. It has got many food items, packaged food. It is just like a general supermarket kind of a small outlet here, right? There are many other shops and eateries which are lined up here. Also, this is the place where the bus exchange is, right? Where all the buses come in. So I had actually explained to the different students' parents in past also, is that if a child has to catch the bus, then they need not like walk from the road and go here to exchange. There is an internal mud trails paths which actually go to the exchange, to the different berths. So you can just walk from inside here. There are lots of trails, mud trails or grass trails which go till there. This is the University Boulevard, right? Now in University Boulevard, this particular space, this is the place where those big UBC is written, like big metal UBC is written, which generally we see in most of the pictures, and that has been the screenshot or the opening screen for most of my videos also, right? So today I want you to take you to explore the other side of UBC. So this is the double road. This is the Westbrook Mall, right? Once you cross here this side, if you'll walk just 2-3 blocks, this is a very short distance. You come to another marketplace here, right? This is the University Marketplace, this is known as the University Marketplace, right? Now here I want to introduce you to few of the things which I feel will be of use to the students. So if you see here the 2-3 things which are, first of all, there is a post office here. So there is a Canada Post office. It is a very small window which is inside another store, right? But for any of the parcels which you have received, or for any of the Amazon deliveries which you need to return back, this is the place which you will need to go. There is also a McDonald's which is at the corner here. It is quite a big one. CIBC Bank is an outlet here, right? So the one which is on the campus, so CIBC is right here, right? What I also want you to see, that there is a Dollar Plus store here, Dollar and Plus store here. This is basically a store which is like, it doesn't have every item for $1, but this has got many of these daily use items, like small shoe rack, cups, saucers, plates, cutlery, the daily need things like tumblers, birthday cards, congratulation cards, knick-knacks are all available there. Small gift items are also there. Some party items like some streamers, fairy lights. This is a general store which has got the things which the students would like to use. Dustbins, and this has got very, very reasonable priced products, right? So this is not the one which is high cost, high value this thing store. So this is just like our mom and dad stores, like mom and pop stores which we have at the corners, right? The general stores. So this is of very, very important use. When my child had gone to settle down here, at that time I was not aware of the presence of this particular store, and I really had to run from pillar to post to get those small things which were available very nearby. Okay. It has many eateries around it. If you'll see, it has a Starbucks, it has a burrito, and so on. If you'll see, many outlets are here. I think there is also an outlet of Domino's Pizza and all other kinds of pizza which is there, right? So basically this particular area is of great use from that perspective. Also, another shop which I wanted to introduce you is a Staples shop. Now Staples is a chain where this particular place is something like our Chroma or something equivalent to that, right? So basically this is an electronic shop, more oriented on the professional things or the office supply kind of store, right? So it has all kinds of printers. If you want to buy new printers, printer cartridges, if you want to buy a new computer, a laptop, if you want to buy any of the office stationaries or filers, staplers, any of the things is available here, along with the printing facility. So if you have got to print something, you can take it in on a flashlight or a particular from your email, you can transfer it, and they're going to print it for you and keep it ready, right? And they charge very reasonable price for it. So this Staples is a chain of this stationery required for the office use, and this is of much use for the children. So this is also a very picturesque walking drive. This particular road is lined with beautiful trees. Now here another outlet which is available is of a particular food outlet which is Agra Tandoori. So many of the parents basically did ask me that where can children go and have some North Indian food, right? So for the North Indian food, you have this Agra Tandoori Express. You can order it from DoorDash. You can also order it from Uber Eats. You can also just walk down to their outlet, right? And you can pick up your food from there, right? So this is the outlet of Agra Tandoori Express in UBC, in that university marketplace, right? So if you will see here, like these are the pictures which we have of Agra Tandoori, and if you see here, this is the menu which is available. So you have some Indian appetizers, you have some fritters and pakoras. You also have some combo meals which are available, right? Which basically are going to make the children feel nearer to home. So these options are available there. I wanted to introduce this also to you. So you have both the vegetarian and the non-vegetarian options available. Okay. So you see, this is the menu. I believe that their menu changes frequently, but basically this would provide that option of North Indian food which children and their parents may be looking for. And this is available in the university marketplace, right? So if I'll go back again, I will show to you that this is available basically in this marketplace. It is right here, right, on this particular road, on the Dollar and Plus this side. Okay, and basically this is going to be a place which would basically help our children have some food nearer from home. So again, to tell you, this is where that big UBC is written. This particular space is for that one. You just cross over, and this is this marketplace, right? Now, another aspect with parents keep on discussing about is that, obviously we as parents keep on feeling that if our children fall sick, then exactly where they are supposed to go. Okay. I had also explained to you in the previous video that in Save On Foods, inside that you have a big pharmacy where the pharmacists are also there for some small ailments like cough, cold, stomach ache, cuts, burns, etc. You can go and talk to them, and they will actually advise you what medicine to take and at what dosage to take, and they will give the medicines to you, and you can actually procure that medicine. But apart from that, basically because you are having the MSP, and children at some point of time may not feel well and they need to see a doctor. So for that, basically there is a University Village Medical and Dental Center, right? There are two of these centers. One is in the University Marketplace, which I showed to you. One is right here in just next to Staples. I think it is on the first floor. And the other is in the area of Save On Foods, right? So it is basically in the same area where you have the Save On Foods in the Westbrook Village. Okay. So I'm just going to take you there, right? So it is just down the road here. So one of them is available here. So basically, for any of the medical service, you actually have to walk in, right? And you have to wait there for consultation by the doctors, just as we do in other places, right? So if you see University Village Medical and Dental Clinic, it is at two places, right? So one is next to the Save On Foods, if you see here, okay. So as at the Burney Avenue, right, and another is at the Allison Road, which is in the University Marketplace, right. It's just on, I think, on top of Staples or nearby Staples, right. So it is in that area. This is 2155 Allison Road, and this is 5933 Brittany Avenue, right. So they say that you just walk in there and then just wait for your turn to actually see the doctor. As far as I think, that it is open from 8:30 a.m., 7:30 a.m. to 8 p.m., right? These are the timings. Or if you have any COVID related issues, so they have another option, like you're supposed to call this particular helpline, and then they are going to advise you actually what you need to do as the next step, right? So this was another thing which basically I wanted to share with all the parents, right? So we spoke about the marketplace, the university marketplace, the Agra Tandoori, and then we spoke about the medical and dental clinic services, right? Now, many of the parents also have this query that from where to buy the products, right? For example, the fitted sheets which are required for the room, and other accessories which are required for the children, right? So as I explained to you, right, there is this university marketplace where you have this dollar store, right, where you can go and buy all these things. Apart from that, also basically you have the university bookstore, right? So if you see, bookstore is right here. This is the AMS Nest, and just next to it here is the bookstore. Yeah, University UBC bookstore is right here. Right now, what exactly is the case is that inside the bookstore you have an option or an outlet for bed, bath and beyond accessories, right? So the college accessories are available there. So you have an option either to go to the bed, bath and beyond outlets which are there in the Vancouver, right? So you have 2-3 outlets which are there. You can go there and you can purchase your thing. Here I would like to introduce the parents and the students to another aspect which was new to me also, that in Canada you have an option that when you purchase something, you can make a payment and you bring it back to your home, and then you realize due to any of the reason that you don't need it, right? You can at any point of time within the next 30 days go and return it back to them. In some of the stores, I hear that you can return it back up to 6 months after the purchase date, right? But you must retain the original receipt, right, with you so that you can go and return it to them. I have myself witnessed some of my co-parents going and returning the things which they had already bought, and that is a very, very accepted norm. Like, it was new to me because from the country where I come and the country where I am staying currently, we do not have this option. But that is another thing which I wanted to introduce the parents as well as the students, right? So in the University of British Columbia, in the UBC bookstore, basically you have a corner where you can get the items from Bed Bath and Beyond store, right? So they have a Bed Bath and Beyond student life essentials, right? So if you see here, you can order the different things like bed sheets or some other accessories which you are looking for, and these are available inside the UBC bookstore, right? Apart from that, you can also actually order from the store, right? So they gave an option for the curbside pickup or the same day delivery, right? But many a times, this is another point which I wanted to just share with you. Many times when I have made an online delivery for the same day purchase, it has not actually happened, right? I have got the product even one week later, right? So that is another thing which I want to just share with the parents, right? Coming to another item which I want to introduce now to the parents, and I will have another video on this, is the winter wear which the children are going to need, right? At this point of time in September, October, the weather is very pleasant. But as we are going to move to the latter half of October, it is going to become colder in Vancouver. Even though the snow in Vancouver lasts for less than a week or 10 days, but it rains continuously and it is very cold. And children have to attend many days 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. classes, right? And in winters, because Canada is up north, hence the days are very, very short, and 8 a.m. is generally very dark outside. And also the sunset is very, very early, around 3:34 it starts to become dark, right? So and also it rains all the time, right? So rain is one of the things which we have to keep in mind. So we have to actually plan for the winter wear for the students, right? When I had sent my child, I was not so clued up about it because I definitely felt that Vancouver is a city where it does not snow, so it's not going to be so cold. But later on, I realized that it does turn very cold there. So there are different kind of winter wears which are available, right? So if you see, there is this parkas which is basically required for the children, at least one, right? Which could be used. So you can either buy something from Uniqlo, right? So Uniqlo has something like a down jacket, right? This is something which I had also bought for my child. Same you have for women also. This is one of the suggestions which I received from one of the locals in Vancouver, because when it is raining, it is quite dark also in the winter time. Hence, it is always advisable that we buy and dress our children in light color clothings, because when the drivers are driving down, many a times they are not able to see that there is some child or some person who is crossing the road, because they are wearing dark colors and it is raining and it is otherwise also dark, so they are not able to see, which results in some accidents. So to avoid that, this was a suggestion which I received from one of the locals whom I had met, that try to have light color dressing for your child, especially for winters, for the jacket color selection. Having said that, I do understand that for girls the bright colors are something which they like, but for boys they try to stray away from these very very bright colors. But this is something which I just wanted to share with all the parents, right? So apart from that, as I was showing you earlier, there are some high-end luxury line like the Canada Goose, which has got very very good line of hoodies and jackets and parkas, but this is on the expensive end. But I hear that the quality of these particular jackets is very good. For myself, I have actually got these Uniqlo parkas for my child, right? And I prefer layered clothing for them, right? So because it's very cold outside, and when they enter inside their college building or learning center building, it is very warm, as in it's the normal room temperature, and they cannot be so much over worn with very very thick jackets, because they need to take everything out and then carry it throughout the day with them. So we have to actually strategize and think about it. That is going to be another video in which I am going to talk to you about the winter wear. What are the other things which I discovered which would be essential for the children, which I'll be sharing with all the parents, right? So for today, parents, I wanted to share all these things, right? Especially about this new marketplace, which I had not actually introduced to you previously, and the medical facilities which are available, right? So these are the things which probably are going to add into all the information which I'm sharing with you, and probably help you in lowering down your anxiety for the children, right? So thank you so much everyone for hearing my video, and I will request you to subscribe to my channel so that I can share the information with you on the ongoing basis. Thank you so much everyone.